Hello and welcome. I'm Laura McKay, physical therapist and pelvic health specialist. Today, we're going to talk about the pelvic floor as part of a piston. Yes, a piston. Are you familiar with what a piston is or how it works? Well, basically, the movement's like this, and we're just talking about the movement pattern. That's actually the pattern that your body should have if your pelvic floor is working nicely with your breathing muscles or your diaphragm. So let's say my diaphragm is up here. My pelvic floor is down here. Back up a little bit. There we go. And so they should actually work together for your best pelvic floor function. So for example, when you breathe in, your diaphragm actually drops down a little bit, widens, flattens out. Your pelvic floor should do the same. Let's call it loosening up a little bit. When you breathe out, your diaphragm comes up a little bit, raises up. Your pelvic floor should do the same thing. So breathing in, pelvic floor loosens up a bit. Breathing out, pelvic floor lifts up a little bit. And that's how we're designed. That diaphragm and that pelvic floor are made to work together. And it might be easier than you think to get that system working properly again so you can regain control over your bladder. Now, what if the opposite is true? And what if, hey, wait a minute, I thought I was supposed to inhale when I tighten the pelvic floor. Well, I have actually heard that, and I'm not sure how that got started, but that is actually not the way your body's designed to work. But what if that is your pattern? What's going on and how can you fix it? Well, here's your diaphragm and here's your pelvic floor. So if you are inhaling as your pelvic floor tightens, all of a sudden you have increased the pressure inside your abdominal cavity by quite a bit. And what does that mean for the pelvic floor? Well, more pressure inside the abdomen means more stress and more strain on the pelvic floor and on the pelvic organs, which means that really increases your chance of leaking or your chance of getting or developing prolapse. So let's go from this to this. Let us help you get your piston working well.